If you listen to Governor Christie, we are at a very rare moment. The last 6.5 years, if the President of the United States, Barack Obama, has said apple pie is good, the Republicans feel compelled to say, no, it isn't. And if the Republicans say good morning, it's a beautiful day, the Democrats, including the President, feel compelled to say, no, it isn't. And yet, on criminal justice reform, there appears to be a consensus. You heard Governor Christie. We've got people in for these long sentences where they should be in rehab. The President yesterday, for the first time, a sitting United States President goes into a federal prison. Why is there consensus on this issue right now? And before we get to the conversation, it's not just the Republican presidential candidates and the President of the United States. People are talking across the spectrum about this, including the House Speaker. Remember the guy who criticizes President Obama just about every day? He says House Republicans have their own package. Let's get to it.
We've got a lot of people in prison, frankly, that really, in my view, really don't need to be there. It's expensive to house prisoners sometimes, frankly. Some of these people are in there under what I'll call flimsy reasons. And so I think it's time that we review this process. They have, and I'm looking forward to putting those recommendations on the floor.
It's a big, important issue for the country to deal with, and it is also given what we've been through the last few years, such a rare moment of bipartisanship.
I think when you get down to it, Boehner said it right there, it's expensive because of, in part because of mandatory minimum sentences, these sentences that no matter what, based on the amount of the substance that's found on the person, or there are a lot of people in prison who probably shouldn't be there, who are nonviolent offenders. And you've seen, I mean, this has been happening in the Senate for quite a while, and the organization of lawmakers is really interesting. It's like Rand Paul, Cory Booker, Mike Lee. So the bedfellows on this.
Tea Party guys, liberals, all say, they get there for different reasons sometimes.
Totally.
As you say, conservatives say it costs too much. Liberals say it's disproportionate against African Americans and Latinos. But no matter how they get there, it looks like they're actually going to do something, Robert.
It really does. And the politics of this for the Republican Party, they're fascinating. Because if you look at Governor Christie and so many other Republican leaders like Speaker Boehner, they're still against the legalization of marijuana. They still want to be a law and order party. But they also know that the electorate is changing, and they want to appeal to minority groups who are disproportionately in prison. They want to appeal to minority voters. So going after criminal justice reform is good politics because it allows them to not change their position on policy, but show a more compassionate side.